Look at this. I've got 1,752 members in my trading group. I want to give a few shout outs to my trading group. CBC, thank you so much. I'm up $13,000 this week. Your group's amazing. I made $47,000 in April because of your setups. This person's up 2,400, 1,500, 647%. This person doubled my money after a phone call that we had just yesterday. This person said, I woke up and I had 73% gains in data. Thank you. I woke up with 58% gains while I was sleeping. Another $1,000. That's $4,000 in 7 days. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Tezos up 72%. You can see here's the setup posted. Here's 52% out of link. Again, bought the breakout down here. Here's the setup. Here's Ethereum, 57% gains out of Ethereum. Here's the setup. Bitcoin Cash broke out 60% gains over time. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into the video, I want to ask you guys, smash the like button, trying to get a like spike going. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll make sure you're very successful in the cryptocurrency space. Daily crypto updates. Jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, green day. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $257 billion. Bitcoin at 93.81. It's all about to happen. It's all about to happen. Make or break time for Bitcoin. It's a final countdown, 5 days left until the Bitcoin halving. Block rewards are about to be cut in half. The supply of Bitcoin is going to be reduced by 50%. If demand stays the same, price will increase based on this idea. If demand increases, price will increase even faster. This is a weekly Bitcoin chart. I talked to you guys about this yesterday. I really just want to key on the fact that it's make or break time. This long-term trend line that we see here, this upper trend line of this triangle, is overhead resistance. If Bitcoin's able to break out, move to the upside, we'll see extreme moves in a very short period of time. Now, if it doesn't happen, you could potentially expect a retracement down to about 8,000. If we get one of these, see these long wicks back here like we had previously, the run up to 14,000, that's an idea and an option that might come into play. Okay, so you could get some type of big fake out here. Yesterday we talked about how on the run up to 10,500, you had like 2 weeks where it kind of ranged up close to this upper trend line. I want you to notice the volume. The volume, you have decreasing volume on increasing price, and that is a sign of a potential reversal coming. So just keep an eye. There's a lot of hype right now, a lot of FOMO, a lot of new money coming into the market. It's all about to happen. This is make or break time. This is changed by the second. Remember, we're gathering data every single minute. So I talked to you guys about the bullish scenario yesterday. We have to acknowledge that it exists. And hey, you know what? This triangle broke out to the upside. You had good volume. You got a bullish MACD cross. Potentially, this overhead resistance at 9,400. Can the bulls push the price higher? They need to. If they don't push the price higher, essentially this could become a giant double top. Double tops are bearish patterns, and if there is a retracement, would be confirmed around 8,600, would mean a substantial move to the downside. However, the bulls can push past here. You're looking at a target around 98.50, potentially higher. There's some price compression going on previously in this little Bitcoin bull pennant, and it did break out to the upside. You can see volume confirmation tells us, hey, this is a valid pattern. The daily candle's about to close. Asia's waking up in about 54 minutes. As soon as I get this video out to you guys, potentially there'll be a ton of volume to expect coming into the market. Let's see if Asia wakes up bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, real quick update. Got to the end of the video and I'm watching Bitcoin the whole time and it's dumping. Well, this is the 30-minute chart, so dumping, quote unquote. So what I want you to notice is you have this, and I posted this in group, possible bearish divergence on the histogram, RSI, and MACD. So if you look here, this high right here is lower than this high. So you put in a higher high in the price action. And then on the indicators, you've got a high and then a lower high. This means there's a weakness in the price action, underlying weakness in the price action. Here on the histogram, you've got a high and then a lower high. Here on the RSI, you've got a high and then a lower high. So see how this is downsloping and it doesn't match up because this is upsloping. So that gives you an idea that, hey, there's weakness in the price action, but it's not reflected in the price just yet. And as this is, now then you've got overhead resistance as well. And so put these two together and you've got if there's one thing that you learn about technical analysis, it's divergence. A lot of people think technical analysis is a crystal ball. It's not, but divergence is the closest thing to it, right? It's going to basically predict or give you hints of the move that's coming before it even happens. So now this price action needs to hold on this trend line that previously we had a breakout of with the volume that we just talked about. Okay, so now it's important. If not, I mean, essentially you've got a little double top here. That could be confirmed here, downside move, a bigger double top, and then basically a move to the bottom range. If this breaks lower, then, we could see some significant downside for Bitcoin. So let's pay attention to Bitcoin right now. This is it. Someone said ride or die. This is that weekly trend line. You can see looking to break. Bitcoin bulls got to break 9,400, 9,450. If it doesn't happen, you can expect a retracement. Okay. I want you guys to understand this, that altcoin hype cycles are very cyclical. And this is fundamental analysis. It's driven on the fact that the end of every quarter on every single roadmap, you've got all these fundamental events or releases that will occur on your altcoins. And so what you find is you get these run-ups towards the end of the quarters for the altcoins. And interestingly enough, Bitcoin tends to pump in the middle of these quarters. Now, here we are. This is potentially the bottom, or we're headed towards the bottom of this altcoin hype cycle. What does this mean? A lot of these altcoin prices are becoming very attractive. And you can see it's between the hype cycles right now. So you'll be looking, after we get this halving out of the way, you'll be looking at some amazing altcoin gains. We'll get these little mini altcoin rallies, these little mini altcoin runs where you can make 100% on these smaller and micro cap altcoins, alt BTC paired altcoins. Okay, I want to talk to you real quick about the correlation between Bitcoin and the USDT paired altcoins, because this is important to understand and know that it can change, and it potentially is changing today. Someone stated Bitcoin is pumping again above 9,300, but Ethereum is down. So rare. Maybe the correlation movement is over after so many months. Right now, anybody would tell you, hey, that these alt USDT pairs, the alts move with Bitcoin, right? Alt USD pairs move with Bitcoin. But here's what's happening right now. I said, pay attention. You had Bitcoin up 4%, and the altcoins were up, a lot of them less than 1%. Normally, Bitcoin's up 4%, the altcoins are up twice as much, right? That's changing, and I'll show you why, and I want to talk to you about Bitcoin dominance. This is Bitcoin dominance, and it's skyrocketing. It's at about close to 68% now. Now, as this moves higher, this means, hey, this is the correlation. Bitcoin's total market cap correlated to the entire market cap of all of crypto. So this means your money is flowing into Bitcoin right now. If you are trying to buy a bunch of altcoins, potentially you're not paying attention to this idea, right? The altcoins are going to perform better when everybody else is buying them, and you'll get a lot of green price movements. But you have to wait for this to cycle lower. These are previous little mini altcoin seasons where we've in the trading group, we've killed it on these, 100% gains in some of these altcoins, 200% gains in these altcoins as this Bitcoin dominance plummets. This was when Ethereum went completely parabolic based on this idea. So it's important to pay attention to this Bitcoin dominance when you're trying to position yourself as far as these altcoins, and then pair that with this altcoin hype cycle idea. Right? These altcoins are going to pump closer to the end of the quarters. And then in the middle is the accumulation phase. After the quarter ends, potentially there's a downside or down cycle as far as the altcoins go. This is the global rankings of different countries based on their hash rate, their mining, their Bitcoin mining. China, 71.7%. Russia, 6%. The United States, only 5.29%. China's power is so cheap. Bitcoin is being mined out of control in China. After the United States, Malaysia, Kazakhstan, Iran, Canada, Norway, Libya, Germany. This is the historical volume in sub-Saharan Africa as far as Bitcoin goes on the P2P exchanges. You can see it's skyrocketing. The halving pump is real. Bitfinex revenue deduced from Leo burn. So their exchange coin is Leo, and they burn a percentage of the coins based on the revenue of Bitfinex. And you can see that Bitfinex's revenue is up 96% from last quarter. So obviously a lot stronger quarter. Now let's look at traditional markets. They've been really correlated with Bitcoin. They're kind of mixed right now, really flat actually. Bitcoin, this is a CME futures 1 hour chart. And I was just trying to find out, I was trying to solve the matrix here, right? Like what's the best pattern to draw here? And so, you have to acknowledge that this channel exists, this rising channel. You got the volume right here. This volume comes in and it says, hey, pay attention to what happened here. This candle, something was broken here, right? Something was broken as far as resistance. And so this rising channel was broken to the upside. We hit overhead resistance. Now it's possible, we're getting we'll get some type of triangle. We're going to get some type of price compression in here, and then boom, either break to the upside or break to the downside. The bulls need a higher high. This is the most important thing to avoid. This is a double top potentially if it doesn't break higher. Now for this double top confirmation, again, you'd have to get a break to the downside of 8,600 and you'd be looking at 8,000. So again, you could see a run to 10,000, 10,500 if the bulls can push a breakout to the upside of this overhead resistance. Make or break time. All about to happen. Bitcoin could push fresh yearly highs if buyers defend this key level, and they're talking about 9,200, which essentially was just broken right here. So as long as the price action doesn't retrace below this level, there's a lot of good things to happen and to come with Bitcoin. Irish crypto firms squeezed by bank account closures and regulatory delays. An Irish crypto company said its business suffered after one of the country's largest banks shut down its account. Short the banks, buy Bitcoin. ErisX becomes latest crypto firm to receive New York's BIT license. It's really hard to get regulatory certainty or approval in New York, right? Very strict. So ErisX, a lot of people have high hopes for ErisX. Exchanges like Coinbase, Robinhood, and Bitstamp have been able to do the same thing as far as getting this type of approval with BIT license out of New York. ErisX entities are licensed to operate in 47 states and jurisdictions now, including New York. So again, mainstream adoption is happening. Licensing is part of it. United States is very strict on how they handle cryptocurrency. Dutch central bank sent a letter to crypto firms, and they said, hey, if you don't register in 2 weeks, you got to shut down. Institutional Bitcoin FOMO on the rise as CME Bitcoin options volume set record nominal highs. Institutional FOMO. It's all about to happen. CME Bitcoin options record all-time high of nearly 10 million daily traded volume, which is enormous. Look at this. Look at this traded volume on this chart. Way higher than anything previous on this chart. CMEs have exploded. Now, the United States, retail investors are still excluded. So traders are flocking to Bitcoin futures, but U.S. retailers cannot trade derivatives. This is an idea, and I talked to you about this previously, how every time that CME Bitcoin futures got above, this is open interest. Every time open interest on CME Bitcoin futures got above $300 million, it's basically called the top for a lot of these 3 previous run-ups. Okay, so open interest, now this doesn't always happen. Now, what it does mean is there's a big move coming. Count on it. New bill would presume that digital assets are not securities in California. This could be huge. This could start a domino effect of other states taking charge of securities laws. The United States is like, hey, we're going to have this strict, stringent, old, outdated law on securities, California could set a precedent here and other states could follow. This is epic news for cryptocurrency. Remember, this is the black cloud that's been hanging over crypto for the longest time. Everybody's like, what do we do here? The United States is not coming out and saying anything. The SEC is like shutting down some ICOs and they're not really setting anything. Nobody wants to do anything. So it'd be great to see a state like California step up to the plate. Novogratz, who is a Bitcoin bull, he alludes that the stimulus is causing recent Bitcoin uptrend. I think it has to do with the stimulus, yes, because I mean, all this panic situation that's happening in the world and the quantitative easing, at least for in the short term, put a lot of the worries out of the minds of investors. I mean, look what happened with the traditional stock market. It's bounced tremendously. And so we have to assume that, Bitcoin's followed traditional markets, and this quantitative easing has had a positive effect on Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin revenue in Square's Cash App tops fiat revenue for the first time in the first quarter. Bitcoin has flipped USD, and this is, the Cash App. A lot of people like it. Check it out. Stellar and Abra form a strategic partnership to leverage crypto and blockchain for the next generation of banking. Essentially, Stellar paid $5 million to have this happen. Cryptocurrency projects do it all the time, right? They set an investment of $5 million to Abra. You got to remember, one thing about crypto is these partnership, a lot of them are paid endorsements. Like, hey, will you just endorse our product? So essentially, hey, let's work, Abra, work with us. Abra says, hey, we're going to integrate Stellar. We're going to be able to build the next generation of banking, leveraging the network's ability to use traditional banking infrastructure combined with the innovative opportunities of blockchain technology. So remember, Abra allows you to sell 100 different currencies, cryptocurrencies from a single app. And now they're looking to leverage and use traditional banking infrastructure as far as money remittance, according to this article. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.